Pete Cahall is the principal of Wilson High School in Washington, D.C., and at a school-sponsored pride event for the LGBT community, he decided to come out for the first time.
I have not made this declaration before.
His hands trembling, reading the speech he wrote the night before, a speech he was not sure he'd actually deliver until this moment. Wilson High School principal Pete Cahall said something he's waited 50 years to say.
That I am a proud gay man that just happens to be the principal of Wilson High School.
Cahall came out at the school's second annual Gay Pride celebration, and when he handed over the microphone, he doubled over, overwhelmed. Until now, he'd only told a small circle of friends, not even his family knew.
You know, what I kept thinking is, how can I be the principal of Wilson and oversee a Pride Day and tell kids to be themselves and be who you are, and me not do that? It's hypocritical.
Cahall says he was inspired to come out by Jason Collins and Michael Sam.
Yeah, man, that's great, and it's also really interesting for a few different reasons. How they referenced at the end that Michael Sam and Jason Collins, that was one of the main reasons why I decided to come out, that they actually gave him strength. That's fascinating because a lot of people at the time, and I may have even been in this camp, I don't really remember, but a lot of people said, yeah, whatever, okay, first gay basketball player, okay, or, you know, an openly gay NFL player, okay. I mean, I understood its history, and it's definitely a big story, but, you know, I think a lot of people felt, and they're not necessarily wrong, because they're so okay with the idea of gay rights and equality, that when they hear it, they're like, whatever, how is that a story? You see what I mean by that? But it shows you that it actually does something. That when you see people who are typically associated with masculinity and sports and, you know, these kinds of activities, that when they come out and when they take a stand and say, no, let me tell you who I am and what I believe and what I feel like, and this is what it is, that, you know, that strength, it sends out a message to other people in society where they go, oh, I'm not alone and it's okay to do that. And then, you know, this is the result right here. And I do have to say, man, I think I'm a little bit of a dick on this issue, because I remember that when I was younger and working at one of the jobs I worked at, one of the guys, he hadn't come out to his family, and he had told a few people. I was one of the people that he told, and I don't know, I wasn't like dismissive or dickish, but my reaction was kind of like, oh, you should just come out. And you know, it's me. I'm fucking loudmouth asshole who screams for a living on YouTube and on an internet radio show, so I always think like, whenever there's something controversial that you feel strongly a certain way about, you just do it and you don't look back. You're like, let me tell you something about who I am, and if you don't like it, it's your fucking problem, right? But then I'm realizing as I'm watching this that, like, no, that's a lot to demand of people. I still, of course, think people should come out, and it's the right thing to do, and, you know, people should be accepting. But, I mean, let's face it, there's a lot of, you know, pushback from all these different sectors of the community. Like, all conservatives are, like, get squeamish. You might lose friends. Family members might not respect you as much. You're admitting that, like, hey, I'm part of this group that's still kept as a second-class citizen. I mean, only 17 states allow gay marriage, so a majority of states don't allow gay marriage. 29 states, you could be fired for being gay. Around the world, there's 8 countries or 7 countries that kill you if you're gay, 83 of them being illegal as gay. So it's a big step, man. It's a big step. And what really kind of proved that to me is his hands are shaking as he's talking about it, you know, and he doubled over, like he was overwhelmed when he said it, and he was exasperated, and he's like, you know, it's interesting. It's really interesting. And there's somebody else, there's another gay person who said that, I forget who it was, but they said that it's like a literal weight off your shoulders when you tell people. So I was thinking about that, and I'm like, fuck, man, I just wish that we could find a way to change the mindset enough in the overwhelming majority of people where all gay people feel like, fuck it, I'll just say it, and it's not a thing. It's not even an issue. It is what it is. It's like telling people I'm a man or I'm a woman, or whatever, I have brown hair. Just, oh, it's just a thing. Like, oh, okay. I think that's the end goal, man. The end goal is to get to that point. To get to the point where it has to be unanimous, because it's such a non-issue and there's no pushback or bigotry against it, where people just can say it like it's their fucking eye color or something.